the next part is robotics. So humanoid robots, my friends. The ChatGPT moment for general robotics is just around the corner. And in fact, all of the enabling technologies that I've been talking about is going to make it possible for us in the next several years to see very rapid breakthroughs, surprising breakthroughs in general robotics. Now, the reason why general robotics is so important is whereas robots with tracks and wheels require special environments to accommodate them, there are three robots in the world that we can make that require no green fields. Brownfield adaptation is perfect. If we could possibly build these amazing robots, we could deploy them in exactly the world that we've built for ourselves. These three robots are, one, agentic robots, and agentic AI, because they're information workers. So long as they could accommodate the computers that we have in our offices, it's going to be great. Number two, self-driving cars. And the reason for that is we spent 100+ years building roads and cities. And then number three, humanoid robots. If we have the technology to solve these three, this will be the largest technology industry the world's ever seen. And so we think that the robotics era is just around the corner. The critical capability is how to train these robots. In the case of humanoid robots, the imitation information is rather hard to collect. And the reason for that is, in the case of car, you just drive it. We're driving cars all the time. In the case of these humanoid robots, the imitation information, the human demonstration is rather laborious to do. And so we need to come up with a clever way to take hundreds of demonstrations, thousands of human demonstrations, and somehow use artificial intelligence and omniverse to synthetically generate millions of synthetically generated motions. And from those motions, the AI can learn how to perform a task. Let me show you how that's done. Developers around the world are building the next wave of physical, AI-embodied robots, humanoids. Developing general-purpose robot models requires massive amounts of real-world data, which is costly to capture and curate. NVIDIA Isaac GR00T helps tackle these challenges, providing humanoid robot developers with four things: robot foundation models, data pipelines, simulation frameworks, and a Thor robotics computer. The NVIDIA Isaac GR00T blueprint for synthetic motion generation is a simulation workflow for imitation learning, enabling developers to generate exponentially large data sets from a small number of human demonstrations. First, GR00T Teleop enables skilled human workers to portal into a digital twin of their robot using the Apple Vision Pro. This means operators can capture data even without a physical robot, and they can operate the robot in a risk-free environment, eliminating the chance of physical damage or wear and tear. To teach a robot a single task, operators capture motion trajectories through a handful of teleoperated demonstrations, then use GR00T Mimic to multiply these trajectories into a much larger dataset. Next, they use GR00T Gen, built on Omniverse and Cosmos for domain randomization and 3D to real upscaling, generating an exponentially larger dataset. The Omniverse and Cosmos Multiverse Simulation Engine provides a massively scaled dataset to train the robot policy. Once the policy is trained, developers can perform software-in-the-loop testing and validation in Isaac Sim before deploying to the real robot. The age of general robotics is arriving, powered by NVIDIA Isaac GR00T. we're going to have mountains of data to train robots with. NVIDIA Isaac Group. NVIDIA Isaac Group. This is our platform to provide technology elements to the robotics industry to accelerate the development of general robotics.
These may look like a regular pair of glasses, but I'm actually wearing smart glasses that can project a tiny display in the corner of my field of view. These are the Holiday smart glasses, and I'm checking them out at CES 2025. So these connect to your phone and they can display information just above your point of view. So for example, in my demo here at CES, I tried a translation demo where someone spoke to me in Mandarin and I was able to see the translation in English. And it was really simple. It worked relatively quickly, even though the Wi-Fi isn't great here. But there are a bunch of other use cases that I haven't been able to try yet. And this does work with iPhone and Android, so we should be able to work with whatever phone you have. And again, I haven't tried it too much because there have been some technical issues, but I was impressed with how quickly the translation worked. So when you're looking at the display, it's a little circle shape right above here, like this is where it sits in my field of view. The text is green, so it isn't a color display. It's pretty big and clear and easy to see, so it's easy to read when you look up, but you do have to kind of adjust. There's a module inside the glasses that you can adjust to make sure it's in the right place for your field of view. So they feel pretty lightweight. They feel like a regular pair of glasses, and that's because a lot of the processing is happening either on your phone or in the cloud. There isn't that much that's happening inside the glasses themselves. One, that makes them more comfortable and lighter, and it also extends battery life. And the other thing to keep in mind here is that the technology inside of this is proprietary. It's not Google Gemini or something like that. Like the AI and everything that's happening in here is from the company itself. I wasn't able to try this in my demo, but eventually the glasses will also have a proactive AI virtual assistant that should be able to be helpful without needing as much prompting. Now, the other cool thing about these glasses is that there's actually a companion ring that works with them that you can use to control the device. So if you want to scroll or move to another screen or something like that, you don't have to talk to the glasses, you don't have to necessarily reach up and touch them, you can just use the ring. And in the future, this isn't something that'll be available yet, but in the future, they really want to put biometrics in that ring so that you can see fitness data on the glasses, which I think is really compelling. Now, this isn't the only company to be doing something like this. Google has also just announced Android XR recently, which is a new platform made for smart glasses. So that'll be interesting to keep an eye on where this space goes. But so far, I'm really impressed with how much these look and feel like a regular pair of glasses and how quickly the translation technology worked. Check out CNET for more details.